Hi everyone, it's only Becky. I'm sorry it took me so long to get this video out. My husband was very sick, so I had to take care of him, and then my dad got very sick with cancer, and then he actually passed away, so I've been having a hard time dealing with that. So, like I said, I'm really sorry that it's taken me so long to get this video out. I have footage for all the rest of my videos, so hopefully it won't take as long next time to get any other videos out. Thank you for your patience. On to the video. Welcome back to my Hogwarts Legacy Story Mode walkthrough. Please keep in mind that this is story mode, so some of the puzzles are easier to complete and the enemies are easier to defeat. Also, none of the music you hear will be from the game. Before we begin, I was asked how I spend my talent points besides the initial ones that I recommended. It really depends on how you play the game. If you don't use the plants to help you, then you won't need to use the plant-related talents. But here's what I've used so far. I'm at level 27, so I have Fertilizer and Focus Potion Potency under the Room of Requirement. I have everything under Stealth, and under Core I have 10 talents. Those are all the spell knowledges, Ancient Magic Throw Expertise, Swift, Revelio Mastery, Protego Expertise, Evasion Absorption, Protego Mastery, and Stupefy Expertise. Under Dark Arts, I only have Blood Curse and Enduring Curse. I'll be getting more though. Finally, under Spells, I have Incendio Mastery, which is helpful for Inferi, Defendo Mastery, Confringo Mastery, and Transformation Mastery. This one is my favorite because you can transform the bad guy into an exploding red barrel and then throw that barrel at another bad guy, taking out 2 bad guys at once. Anyway, since I have 1 point available, I'm going to go ahead and get the Bombard Mastery. So there we go. Since we're in story mode, you won't need the Wiggenweld ones at all, so don't waste your points on those. Alright, back to the video. I know I said I wasn't going to show you all the side quests, and I won't, but I also said we'd see Slytherin's scriptorium, so let's start that quest. Sebastian is waiting for us outside the Slytherin common room. He told Ominous that the dark arts are complicated, and the more we know about them, the better we can defend against them. Apparently only the Gaunts know where the entrance to the scriptorium is, and Ominous won't tell. So we decide to talk to him. Sebastian takes us to him, and we begin our conversation by apologizing about lying about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to us. He forgives us, and he says that Sebastian has been pestering about something, and he's frustrated with him. This is our chance to bring up the scriptorium.
Don't tell me he's still going on about... what was it? Scriptorium?
Ominous gets all mad again because Sebastian can't keep his mouth shut. Sebastian thinks the answer to curing Anne is in the scriptorium, but Ominous thinks all that's in there is dark magic. He's never been inside, so he doesn't know for sure. He only knows about it because his favorite aunt Noctua went looking for it. She didn't approve of dark magic either, and she wanted to prove that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping the status of pureblood. She was never heard from again. We tell Ominous that finding the scriptorium would honor her memory. We could get the answer she was looking for. Ominous reluctantly agrees. What we need to do is ignite these 3 pillars so that they burn at the same time. Even in story mode, the pillars will go out, so try to get them all 3 in sight and then use Confringo. It's not hard really. A door will open and we can move on. It's very dark in here, so use Lumos. You'll find Noctua's journal entries. Make sure to pick them up. You don't really need to, but it's fun to read them. It's good for the story. Alrighty, reparo this mess here and immediately you'll start to hear hissing. Ominous says it's parcel tongue or snake language. He can understand it. It's saying, "Speak to me." That means Ominous needs to speak to the door to open it.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Alrighty, go through the door and don't forget to light your wand. There's 3 puzzles to solve, but they're also not hard. You'll come upon a locked gate. The gate will have symbols on it, and then back when we first came in, there was a puzzle. Manipulate the top and bottom pieces to match the symbols on the gate. This will cause the gate to open. There are more journal entries and 2 more gates. Once you open these, you'll see a final door at the end, and a skeleton. In front of the door, it says Crucio on the ground. What happened was, someone needs to torture someone else with the Cruciatus curse. Since Noctua was alone, there was no one to cast it on. Ominous knows the curse the best, but he refuses to cast it. Sebastian knows the spell, so we are presented with some options. We can learn the spell or not, and we can cast it or not. I chose to learn, but not cast. We learn the spell, and Sebastian casts it on us. We make semi-painful noises, and that's what opens the door. We take some Wiggenweld to heal ourselves. This is the scriptorium. It's kind of no big deal, but we find a spellbook. Sebastian wants it so he can read it. He hopes there's something to help Anne in it. There's really nothing else to do here, so we exit the scriptorium. Don't forget the Revelio page before you go. When we're in the corridor, Ominous wants us to promise to never get involved in dark magic again. Sebastian said understood. That's important for later. Ominous is happy to find out what happened to his aunt. Quest complete. Alrighty, now that we're done with all that, let's do the second Keeper trial. In the map chamber, we tell Professor Fig everything that happened with Lodgok. I won't go over everything, you can watch my 6th video for details. It's important to remember though that Lodgok and Ranrock were once close, but they had a falling out. Also remember that Ranrock is digging for something. Charles says that he surmised that Ranrock was digging for something. We tell him that his descendant, Victor Rookwood, is a dark wizard. Charles is kind and obviously not a dark wizard, which I think is interesting. In the wizarding world, Rookwoods are the bad guys. In the Harry Potter books, Augustus Rookwood was a Death Eater who was sent to Azkaban for being a spy that worked in the Department of Mysteries in the Ministry of Magic. It's interesting that they weren't always an evil family. Anyways, Charles is surprised and dismayed to hear how far his family has fallen. He tells us to go to Rookwood Castle immediately to begin the second trial. Once we arrive, we see there's dark wizards and goblins everywhere. We need to find a way in other than the gate. You can Petrificus Totalis this first few, but the rest will see you, so you need to fight them. Anyways, Accio this box and we can use it to climb to the hole in the wall. That'll get us in the castle. Once we get in the walls, we can hear Ranrock and Rookwood arguing. Ranrock wants us, and Rookwood said he wouldn't need us if he didn't send a dragon to retrieve the container from our carriage. Ranrock said Rookwood allowed us to get in the carriage. Apparently he was there to stop us. Anyways, they had an agreement.
I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found.
Ranrock threatens Rookwood and tells Rookwood to bring us to him. Well, now we know they're digging for stores of magic. And Ranrock knows about the Keepers. He mentioned Rookwood was descended from one. These are not things he should know about. More bad guys easily defeated. Into the castle we go. So this thing almost takes us out, but Fig knows how to apparate. So that's dumb. Shoot the symbols, then go through the door. Inside we follow some goblin tracks. They lead us to what looks like the store of magic Ranrock mentioned, but it's empty. Ranrock did say though that there's more to be found. We continue to look for Charles's portrait. When we find it, we tell him what we know. He's dismayed to learn that Ranrock has some of the ancient power, and he knew that Charles was a keeper. It makes no sense to him how Ranrock could have found out about any of this. We follow the ancient magic to begin the trial. Okay, run forward a bit, and then right. Interact with the ancient magic. Run through the arch and turn around to see a pillar. Run through again and it turns into a block with a pillar's outline. Position it next to this platform and then run through the arch to turn it back into a pillar. Forward a bit and then interact with the ancient magic. Hit the symbol and the archway rotates. You can see a pillar blocking the path, but through the archway it's a movable block. Go through the arch and move the block. Without going through the arch again, go through the now clear passageway. As you approach, the floor appears. Go forward and fight the bad guys. Once that's done, go through the door and interact with the ancient magic. Hit the symbol, the archway moves to the right, destroy the statue, hit the symbol again, and you can walk across the ground now. Destroy another statue, then interact with the ancient magic. There's 2 bad guys here. Only one is visible on the red side of the archway, one is visible on the blue side, but both can hurt you no matter what side you're on. If your ancient magic meter is full, you can destroy both of them before they have a chance to hurt you at all. I only had enough to destroy one, but that's okay. I can fight the second without worrying about where the other one is. Okay, hit the symbol, bring the block through the archway, and over to where it was. Back through the archway, now we can climb up here. Hit the symbol on the right, and the platform turns. We can now go through the doorway. Whoa, that was weird. Destroy the statue, fight a bad guy, plug in your laptop, and interact with the ancient magic. This is just a chest. Alrighty, moving on. Up the stairs and to the platform. There's another invisible bad guy here, so be careful. This is, in my opinion, the second hardest part of the game. Once you get past this, you're good until the very end. Defeat all the bad guys on one side, then you can go to the other side and defeat all those bad guys. Once done, you get the main bad guy for this trial. He's not hard to defeat, it just takes a little bit. Bad guy defeated, so let's watch the memory. The keepers arrive at Isadora's house. She invites them to sit, and then she brings her father into the sitting room. She says he hasn't spoken since her brother died. On her travels, she discovered that she can take away pain. She put her wand to her father's chest and extracts something from him. Notice it looks like ancient magic and the red magic that's all over Ranrock. Rackham is appalled.
What have you done?
I took his pain.
The other keepers can only see what's in the jar, but Rackham says the traces are different from what he's seen before. Isadora's father thanks her end of memory. Back in the map chamber, we get to meet Headmistress Neve Fitzgerald. She's going to prepare the next trial. The beautiful transition to winter, and we're done. I'm going to end here. In my opinion, this is the hardest of the keeper trials, so if you can get past this one, the others are no problem at all. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!